Well, now investigators are tracking the web of fraud to other Minnesota Democrats, such as Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
No ICE! No Donald Trump!
Look at me. I am the mayor now.
Welcome to another Common Sense News public service announcement.
Yeah. If you don't like it here in America, you can get the fuck out.
Hit the road, you suckers.
We got a lot of scumbags who couldn't give a crap about this country here to milk the system, especially in Minnesota.
From faking autism, welfare abuse, and feeding the poor scams and corruption is out of control.
Let's check it out.
It's true. A Somali fraud ring in Minnesota stole over $1 billion from Medicaid. How did this happen? Well, Medicaid programs are run by the states, which in Minnesota means the Tim Walz administration. Governor Walz and the state's other Democrats rely on Somali votes to get elected, so they decided to look the other way because they were afraid of, quote-unquote, political backlash.
They brought in families, had them convinced to get their kids diagnosed as autistic. In fact, these families ultimately ended up having various social services bid for their children, competing with the size of check that they would get. It didn't matter if the kids had autism. And what happened? Autism claims to Medicaid surged.
What? A nonprofit and its affiliates with these Somali migrants claim to have fed tens of thousands of American children during the pandemic. They were reimbursed for those meals by taxpayers. However, federal prosecutors found that almost all of those meals were never even delivered to hungry children. In fact, those organizations' leaders spent the money on houses, luxury cars, and real estate in Turkey and Kenya.
Lazy, good-for-nothing tricksters.
Fox News has obtained photos of one of the Somali illegal immigrants wrapped up in the Minnesota fraud scandal, posing with several high-profile Minnesota Democrats, including Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Governor Tim Walz.
If I were the dictator these liberal douches call me, I'd have these crooks locked up already. But with these activist judges, it's going to be tough.
I'd love for the day they take that perp walk in the orange jumpsuit.
Facts.
Let's see what the people have to say.
Some said fuck 'em. Some said if you don't like our country, get the fuck out.
Not only does it look like the whole Somali population is going to get deported out of Minnesota, but it looks like the entire sitting government, from mayors all the way to the governor of the state of Minnesota, might be going down for crimes and possibly even treason. I mean, you can't talk yourself out of this, Tim Walz. What the fuck? Tampon Tim couldn't stop the red wave, and he ain't gonna stop this shit either.
I'm supposed to feel empathy for motherfuckers who weren't born here, who illegally got their ass into our country, in our streets, talking about death to America. You want me to feel empathy for these people. You want me to feel empathy from people who fled such a horrible country, but then come over here, pledge allegiance to that country, say it's a beautiful, wonderful place, and then take millions and millions of our taxpayer dollars to send to that so-called country. Fuck you.
Let's be honest, if this had happened under a Republican, the media would be calling it treason for the next 20 years. But because it's Tim Walz, suddenly everybody develops amnesia. The fact that Democrats really wanted Tim Walz anywhere near the White House, when he couldn't even keep the money of Minnesota taxpayers out of the hands of terrorist organizations. You genuinely cannot make this up, people. A whole federal probe just launched because under Walz and under the Biden leadership, fraud rings in Minnesota were siphoning millions from Minnesota taxpayers. And the money was being sent straight overseas into terrorist organizations.
Why don't the president just ship Ilhan Omar back to Somalia, where she belongs?
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing.
I can't stand this arrogant little twat. Apparently she married her own brother to become a citizen.
The nerve on this broad. If she was mouthing off in her own shithole country like this, they would stone her with rocks.
Yeah, and tie her up outside with the goats.
And she always has that thingamajig on her head because she looks like George Jefferson under there.
Jim Walz, you tip-on-loving retard!
Thanksgiving night, I'm minding my own business, playing Yahtzee with my relatives, and I get a drive-by slur from him calling me seriously the R word.
Do you stand by that claim of calling Tim Walz retarded?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with him. Absolutely, sure.
You don't
there's something wrong with Walz.
I'm not with all this trans stuff, but I do believe Tim Walz is a little bitch.
Yeah, Tampon Tim. Grow a pair, you freaking mook.
Oh my.
Yuck.
What the hell is that? The Grinch that ate Christmas?
Shouldn't that be considered indecent exposure?
I don't know about that creature, but check out this Grinch right here.
Fuck that, bro. I'm smashing.
That's all for this episode, but we'll be back soon to do our duty of delivering the truth.
So, until next time, this is your new favorite channel, Common Sense News, signing out.
Bye-bye.
But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
This is Common Sense News. If you do not like, share, and subscribe, I will find you. Once I find you, I will strap you to a chair with your eyes open watching The View with Rosie O'Donnell on repeat for 2 days straight. So do it. Do it right now.